Good morning, Tennessee Valley. Welcome to our show this morning. My name is Matthew Talbert. I am your host this morning, and with me is the ever colorful Sarah Anderson.
I'm very colorful, Matthew.
You are very colorful. You're colorful all the time.
Oh, it's true.
You're just a colorful character.
I am.
But
Indeed, a character.
you are exhibiting that with your dress today.
Yes.
A new
like
dress.
a bird with spring plumage.
Yeah, so you are blooming right now.
Yes,
That's
I
great.
thought I'd finally embrace the spring.
This is not awkward at all.
No,
None.
neither is anything we ever say.
That's
But yes, good morning.
Good morning. Oh my, how was your weekend?
It was good. I had a good one. The short film that I was in last month.
Yeah? Did they show it or
premiered at
something?
the film festival
Really?
Friday night. So
To rave reviews.
Well, yes. Actually, we got a lot of people said really good things. It didn't win anything, but there were only a few categories.
Did you
and there
sign
were some
autographs?
Really good. Yeah, of course.
The key
And
thing is
took
signing
pictures.
autographs afterwards because you're the lead actress in
Yes.
this thing.
Yeah,
And you slapped a nun, or what is it?
I
a
did.
nun?
Yes, I did slap a nun.
Yeah. So
She and I were saying we should have gotten like a co-best actress award because the two of us together it was quite.
because she
a
knows how
team.
to take a hit.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I hear you.
Never have ever slapped someone who took it so well
Yes.
because you make a habit of slapping people.
I'm going to avoid
Yeah, you
getting
probably
into a
should.
situation where I have to deal with that, I think, as much as possible.
How was your weekend?
It was good.
Good.
It was good. I rode down in Chattanooga. They have these boats, and
Yeah.
they're on the water. And I rode in one that the Tennessee Aquarium has. It was the River Gorge. I can't remember the name of it. It's one of the fast ones, though.
Sweet.
Yeah, and we got to see an osprey and a bald eagle,
awesome.
and we went down the river, and it was kind of fun.
That sounds really good.
It was kind of fun,
Yeah.
and those things I think can turn on a dime, and
it did?
It
Did it do
stopped.
it?
It can get up to like 60 miles an hour,
That's wonderful.
and it stopped
were
really
so
fast and like
adventurous.
water.
Yeah,
I
just
know.
spraying
I know,
everywhere.
spraying everywhere.
Ah,
Except I was all
love it.
inside.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't outside. I mean, I got outside a little bit, but it was raining.
Oh, when was it
so-
raining?
on Saturday.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It rained on Saturday. So yeah,
I
so I
forgot
didn't,
it from all the beauty of Sunday. So
That's a good point. The Sunday was absolutely beautiful.
gorgeous.
Monday wasn't all that bad either.
no, good weather this week.
But I'll tell you, so it was kind of fun. I got to ride on the river and
Mm-hmm.
do some of that stuff and learn some of the history of Tennessee Valley. And they talked about the river, and you know where the river begins, Tennessee River. You know where it begins?
I should.
Yeah, you should. It's in Knoxville.
I thought so, but because I'm
It's very
from
interesting
there.
that it actually it goes from Knoxville, comes down through Chattanooga, and then goes back up to Kentucky, which
It's
is really
weird.
kind of weird.
It's strangely shaped.
It is.
It's true.
It is. So it flows south, west, and then north.
So you had an educational and an exciting
I
day.
learned. I
Yeah.
learned things over this weekend. You can't always say that.
That's true. A lot of weekends are not much
And then
learning.
another great thing is I ate a bunch of cake. Because at Cleveland State, I am one of the advisors for Phi Theta Kappa. Do you know what Phi Theta Kappa is?
Yes,
What is it?
the Honor Society.
Oh, you do know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Phi Theta Kappa is the honors. Well, you just said that. And I'm the advisor for that. And we had our induction, our spring induction.
So there was cake.
Was Friday night, and we had a cake.
Oh, good.
And then, but we didn't. Not everybody that we thought was going to show. We had 75 people instead of 100.
So you had excessive cake.
We had excessive cake, and guess what I did?
It's the best problem. You took it home.
I did take it home.
Look at you.
I've been eating cake all weekend. I'm a little bloated, actually, from
Excessive
eating cake.
cake.
Yes, it was delicious though.
I had some cookies and cream ice cream last night. It was good.
Oh, yeah, I bet that
Yeah,
was
not
good.
as good as the cake.
I don't
probably,
do the
but
ice cream thing if I can help it.
A lot of people I'm discovering more and more are like that, and I don't
Yeah,
understand.
it's just not good for you.
Yeah.
It's a
But the
treat
cake was
every
good.
once in a while. Oh, cake is
The
always
cake is
good
great for you.
I love cake. I'm thinking about cake right now.
You are, apparently.
It's making me
So we had a
hungry.
cake-filled weekend. Anything
I
else?
had a cake-filled weekend. No, you had a film-filled weekend.
I did have a film-filled weekend.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then, so I got nothing. Last week we were all harried and everything. This time we were all on
Well,
time.
sorry, my film, I'll interrupt him. My film-filled weekend began Friday afternoon. I took a half day and
Yeah.
went and saw the Hunger Games.
Really?
Which I believe our guest later today has also seen. So we can talk some more about that, and as well as in my entertainment segment. But
Really?
yes.
Was it good?
It was good.
Was it?
Ugh.
It
was
beat
one of
out.
the-
It was like one of the biggest weekends
Don't
ever.
ruin my segment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you were quite correct, and we'll touch back on that. And in addition, I mean, I think it was one of the best book to film adaptations that I've seen.
Really? So it was better than Twilight adaptation?
Yeah, Twilight adaptation was, first of all, not good. Secondly, the movies are just not good. Third, the books aren't really great literature to begin with, but I enjoyed them.
Now, what about all those people out there
I'm
that
sorry,
like
Twilight.
these movies? You just offended like half our audience.
Yeah, I'm sure that half of our audience that watches us at 7 in the morning.
Like the 8 or 9 people that actually liked Twilight. Mm-hmm. You know, Ryerson watched Twilight. He actually digs it.
The more I learn about Matt, the less I'm shocked by things like that.
He digs Twilight. He actually went to see the
I think it has
last
some good
movie.
messages, and I think it's
Really? What
fun,
message is
but
that?
I don't
Vampires
know. Obsessive
are
love
shiny
is healthy.
and they glow in the sun. That's all
Yes,
that I got
they
out of
sparkle,
it.
which does not line up with any other mythology ever.
Which is,
but
I do not understand a woman who wants to die in order to find love. I just
she
don't
was
understand
desperately in love.
that. I just don't understand that. I don't get it.
That's understandable.
I don't like that.
And then you have like the relationship that actually could be healthy with Jacob the werewolf, which is also weird. But
Well, he's
she
hot.
doesn't want him. He is hot.
He is a good-looking kid. He is a good-looking guy, and he generates heat.
Yes.
He's kind of like me,
Yeah.
except for the good-looking part.
But
I generate heat. I work out a lot, you know, and so when you have that high metabolism, it generates a lot of heat. You get a big body, generates heat, yeah.
Are you
So
a
I have to
werewolf?
always keep the temperature in the place low. Like in this room right now, it's 72 degrees. I'm kind of burning up right now.
That's awesome.
It needs to be in the mid to low 60s for me to be most comfortable.
That's interesting.
Because I'm a human
would
generator,
freeze.
is what I am. Yeah.
Well, that's good. If I'm ever cold, I'll just get you to stand in the
Yeah,
same room.
just stick me in the room and people can warm up.
That's
you know,
awesome.
come over,
like
warm
a
their
space
hands.
heater outside
Yeah,
that they have outside of restaurants.
Absolutely, just warm the
Are
hands.
you still
over
warm
by me.
in the cold weather? Like, do you still
I
emanate?
am. I am. It doesn't travel as far.
Yeah.
So you got to be
destroyed by
close.
Okay.
Which is a little uncomfortable for some people, which I can understand. But you know, it's just what it is.
I think people are too concerned with space in our country.
Yeah, that's probably
mean,
true.
there's-
You mean like
yeah,
personal space and
yes,
stuff
sorry.
like that? I know. We should get a little closer.
Yeah, why not? And you know what's the worst thing ever? Side hugs. Stupid. Whoever thought of those?
Yeah, you do a forward hug.
If you're gonna hug
a
me,
full-on
hug me.
hug.
Yeah.
Side hugs are just kind of
Side
like.
hugs are offensive. Side
I
hugs are what
really
I use when I
want-
don't need to. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna actually touch you.
You're right. I don't want to
This is
hug you,
just a
but
gesture.
I feel like I have to in this social situation.
Yes.
So here's a little side hug for you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna hug somebody, hug them.
hug 'em.
Right. Some of my guy friends, I mean, we go full on.
You
bear
should.
hug.
I don't know what it is with men in there.
One guy, he's 6'7", and I always enjoy hugging that guy, and I do. I hug him every single time I see him.
Rest your head on his chest.
His name is Justin. We'll call him Shep. His last name is Shepard. We'll call him
okay.
Shep. And yeah, his wife is taller than I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
At least you found someone that was
And so did she.
good for the height. Yeah,
so did
which is
she.
harder for women, tall women. I have a best friend. She can never find anyone taller than her. It's challenging.
Speaking of heat, however, it's not going to be as hot this week.
Thank goodness.
As
We're
it
not. Are
has
we breaking
been in
80
the
at all
past.
this week? I want to know.
We are going to hit 80 a couple of times, I think, but let's take a look at the weather. Yeah, see, 81 today,
Okay.
81 tomorrow. 84 is getting back up there a little on Thursday, but there is some showers. But the lows are going to be a little warmer, 55, 59, 52. Today's sunny, though, showers for the next couple of days.
At least it's consistent. I mean,
That's true. That's true. I guess. It's still
Ugh.
hot.
yeah.
It's like one of
a little
those where
warm.
I have to wear less clothing. In the springtime, you wear less. I mean, not
Well, and since you get
inappropriately
hot
so.
already, I
I
mean-
keep myself covered, people. I'm just saying, light clothing,
start
like the
taking
light
off the
stuff.
layers, yeah.
That it's not quite so heavy and hot and everything else. Because my building, they do not manage the air conditioning very
Well, they don't keep it at 64 for you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They don't manage it very well. It's always way too warm.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand up and I really get into it when I teach classes. I really get into it.
Well, you're an
and I
excellent
sweat, you know?
Yeah.
I sweat. It's dripping off of me.
This sounds really appealing right now.
And as I'm talking to people, like I spit on them. So the people don't sit in the front row of my classes
Watch out,
anymore.
people. Don't
They
stand close
don't.
to
They
Matt.
don't. I'm spitting sweat on them. This is really kind of...
This is great.
You know what? I'm excited to hear more about the Hunger Games.
As you should
So
be.
let's take a break, and when we come back, we will talk about and hear about the Hunger Games. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Be caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what 2 of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25, 30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gupta, and I'd like to introduce you to a valuable new healthcare solution here in Cleveland. Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open and accepting patients. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even sports injuries and sprains. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level in the body. This increased oxygen level in our tissues and organs boosts the body's natural healing abilities and allows our bodies to function at a higher level. We will be happy to work in cooperation with your regular physician. However, referral is not required for this treatment. So whether you're dealing with a weekend injury, a chronic medical condition, or looking for anti-aging solutions, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric oxygen treatment can do for you or your loved ones. I invite you to contact us today for some more information.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
People are silly. Good morning. Welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning. It's the Matt and Sarah show, right? Well, that's not the name of the show.
But I like it.
But that's what we're doing
Yeah,
here.
it's
It's
true.
our show.
It is our show.
And Sarah, it was going to talk to us about the crazy happenings from this weekend in the world of entertainment.
Yes.
So what did you discover this weekend in your many travels at the film festival that you were
My
at?
many travels to Chattanooga and back to
Chattanooga.
Cleveland.
I went to Chattanooga too this last weekend, so you know. All right.
Look at you,
I know.
traversing the greater East Tennessee region.
You know it.
Anyway, so let's see who had a good weekend
Besides
this
you?
past week, besides myself, which I
Because you were
certainly
the
did.
star of a film.
Yes, a 6-minute film. I was one of these
You
stars.
gotta start somewhere. Who did have a good
So
weekend?
we had the Hunger Games. The entire cast and crew and everyone of the Hunger Games had an excellent weekend.
Yes,
as
they
they
make a-
were the third highest opening weekend ever.
Ever? Like they beat out, who'd they beat out? Do you know who they beat out?
I believe. Well, I know they beat out the first Twilight movie.
Okay.
I don't think they beat out Titanic.
Okay.
I can't remember who the top two were, but they beat out several of the big.
Like Spider-Man was like
Well
up there,
anticipated.
and
Mhm.
Dark Knight, Batman Dark Knight was up there and stuff like that.
But they brought in $155 million this weekend, which even when you adjust from Twilight's opening weekend, when you adjust for present day
Inflation and stuff like, because that came out in what,
it's
2005 or something?
Yeah, it's still like Twilight's opening, even adjusted, was like 126 or something. So they creamed that. Ryan Seacrest tweeted, "Romance for the ladies, bloodshed for the fellas. After a century of filmmaking, The Hunger Games has finally mastered the ultimate date movie," which I would say is true.
Really?
I mean, I would take a date there. I would take the family there. I would take a date there. I'd take friends there. You know, it was a pretty
Would you
good
go by
all
yourself?
around. Yes, I would have gone by myself. Instead, I went with 2 of the members of my book club, Kathy and
Right,
Sue.
because you were reading the book in the book club.
Yes, we read the book in the book club. I'd already read it. I read it back before I moved back to Cleveland 2 Decembers ago.
Oh,
And it
okay.
was glorious then. And then I reread it again this spring. And
Oh,
it was
right,
still
in the
glorious.
book club.
So,
And so you went with, oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah,
Now,
it was
so
wonderful.
everybody's talking about, what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence, is that her name?
Yes.
And the star of this movie, and is she as good as everybody says she is?
She's excellent. I mean, she'd already gotten an Oscar nomination for her first major film, Winter's Bone,
Yeah.
last year. Didn't get it. But, I mean, this is a big, I wouldn't say this is necessarily an Oscar-winning
Right.
performance. It's not that type
it's
of
not that
movie.
type of movie.
But it, I mean, she'll, be
MTV Movie
made
Award
forever.
type movie,
Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
What about Lenny Kravitz? Was he
I was
actually good?
surprised. Woody Harrelson and Lenny Kravitz as Cinna. Well, Lenny Kravitz was Cinna. Woody Harrelson was Haymitch.
I have no idea who these people are, but that's fine.
Well,
Go
you
ahead.
need to read it.
Apparently I do.
Yeah. And then see the movie in that order. But yes,
But they did a good job.
impressive. Yeah, I was really impressed. Lenny Kravitz, that is one of my favorite characters in the book, and I think he did it justice. I think they didn't play it up enough, but there were a lot of things. I mean, in that long of a
Now, what about the
movie.
Rachel McAdams lookalike? What's her name? Elizabeth.
Banks?
Banks.
You really think? I'd never thought that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, the character that she was playing is one who's kind of an ugly.
She's all done up like a lot of
obnoxious-
makeup
yeah.
and colorful
That's
and stuff.
the point of the Capitol. Is the people there are like that. They live in excess and
Oh,
in
kind of
extremes.
like the French back in.
during the time of like Marie Antoinette. Is that what you're going
yeah,
for?
Yeah,
Okay.
The
Yeah.
whole colorful thing.
Similar.
Wigs and
Sure.
stuff like that.
I can see that.
Yeah. All right, whatever.
So other people that had a good weekend are Miley Cyrus, and to connect to the Hunger Games, Liam Hemsworth. He was the character of Gale in the Hunger Games.
Oh,
they
he
may
was.
be engaged. No one's verified this.
Miley Cyrus
Miley Cyrus at
engaged?
the whopping age of 19 may be engaged. She tweeted a photo of her showing
That's
off her
good,
manicure.
though. I mean, it's a little young.
Yeah, there's nothing
in,
wrong with
in
that.
her world, though,
Yeah,
she's like ancient. You know, she's been in this since she was 12.
Yeah.
And so in her world, she's like
It could
30
be good
years
for
old.
her to settle down. Maybe.
So it might be good for her
It
to
might be
settle
a
down
good
because
thing.
she's been a little wackadoo.
Yeah.
here.
It's true. She had some crazy times. I think this
Little
could be
bit.
a little more solid.
Maybe
we'll see.
just kind of
Time will tell.
calm her down and maybe she can get, have a kid or something.
So maybe not having as good of a weekend. Sarah Jessica Parker turned 47. So
No,
getting up there.
no.
But
Age
it's good.
is like
Age
wine.
is great.
It gets better with
That-
age, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way she is, right?
Yeah, and she told Elle magazine recently, I don't know what I can do about the aging. Well, that's true.
There's not much you can do.
Yes,
about
I'm
the
aging. Oh my God, I'm aging all the time. It's like those flowers that wilt in front of you in time-lapse films. But what can I possibly do? Look like a lunatic? And I believe she was talking about not
The plastic
yes,
surgery
which
stuff.
we've been discussing.
We have been
recently.
discussing that, and
so
I'm
that's,
really.
that's commendable.
She's
And,
one of those
you
people
know,
that I actually appreciate. She's got a big nose.
Yeah,
And she
has
could have
a
gotten it
very-
fixed a
she has
long
very
time
strong
ago.
features. She could have done whatever she wanted with it, but she's
But
left it. So.
she hasn't done that. And
That is commendable.
Yeah, I think so.
I approve.
Totally.
Good job, Sarah Jessica Parker. Okay, so in more not so good of a weekend, organizers of Kuwait's 10th Arab Shooting Championship made a big mistake. Yeah, I know. Normally you wouldn't hear about this.
Kuwait.
But yes, Kuwait,
and
their 10th
shooting?
Arab Shooting Championship.
All right, what are you talking about?
So the winner was from Kazakhstan.
Uh huh.
You know, over there.
Oh,
in the,
Borat.
yeah.
That's
the
the movie Borat
The
with-
winner
yeah.
of it was a woman, and she was going to get her gold medallion.
Yeah.
And instead of playing the Kazakhstan anthem, they played the spoof version from Borat. On accident, obviously, but yes, so they had a lot of apologizing to do. They actually
Oh
retook it. Yeah,
man,
they
you
made
know
a big
that is
apology.
huge. You know you have made it when your fake song from a movie
Yeah.
is played for a real.
But what's
country's-
crazy is now this woman, you know, all over the world, people are hearing her name and finding
Now,
out
what
that
is
she's
this
a great
sh-
shooter.
What is
So,
this shooting champion? I mean, what
It's a champion. I mean,
is
we
it
have
like the
them here.
Olympics for the Arabs or something?
I mean, we have national shooting championships here in our country as well. I don't know if you're aware of that. Yeah, you know, Second Amendment rights. So
Because I was
lot of
thinking,
people
you know,
enjoy
this.
shooting.
I had a friend. His name was Wissam.
Mm-hmm.
Wissam Ali. He was a prince, apparently. He was descended from Muhammad, not Muhammad. Muhammad's cousin Ali. Anyway, and he and his family, they used to have these competitions, and it was like shooting and sword fighting.
Yeah, I mean, it's
and
because it's
horseback
historically-
riding. He grew up
it's a
in
position of
Nazareth,
respect.
Nazareth, Israel, I guess is where it is, and where Jesus was born.
Yeah,
and he
Nazareth.
grew up there. His dad was really, really wealthy, and he was a prince and the whole thing. And so he, at the age of 16, won.
That is huge.
But then he decided he didn't want to be Muslim anymore. He wanted to be a Christian, which is not good in the Muslim world. So the prize are these 3 very important rings from the 3 families of Israel. Anyway, it's a long story. He stole the rings and he traveled to America.
Oh, wow.
I saw the rings. And he was almost killed a number of times because he stole the most treasured possession and he became a Christian. Interesting, huh?
That's, I mean, yeah, that's...
Well, I'll tell the story sometime. Go ahead.
So our final, who had a not so good weekend? Well, this is kind of, I couldn't decide which category to put this in. I don't know, we didn't cover this when we talked about the Oscars. We may have a little bit about the red carpet. You get those snafus and you get those awkward moments.
Right.
Angelina Jolie and the leg, the dress cut up to here,
yeah.
and the standing with her
Yeah.
leg jutted out to the side.
And you mean the Angelina Jolie skeleton that was there?
Yes, that one,
Okay.
the one who made a trip. Yeah. So people have there's this new phase. Have you heard of planking, photo
Right.
bombing?
T-bowing. I've heard T-bowing,
Okay, so
yeah.
there's Jolieing, which is where you
There's
stick your leg
Jolie.
out. And I would do it, but it's awkward. Jut your hip out, stick your
I
leg
would
out
do
to the
it too,
side.
but I
So
don't think you
should
could
try
capture
it.
me all on the screen.
And so now there are like photo memes and stuff out there of
People doing
with,
the-
there's
the
one.
Jolieing.
There's one where it's Barack Obama and Michelle, and they changed their heads to Brad and
That's
Angelina's
wrong.
photo. Yeah. So apparently Angelina claimed in an interview that she's just been ignoring all of it and wasn't even aware that this was going on. Okay. Somehow not aware of that. But yeah, it made me delve into it. There are a lot of great memes out there for this.
People are trying to. They're just coming. They're bored. I think people are bored.
I think so.
Is that the
Taking
case?
normal pictures just isn't good enough anymore.
There's one picture site that I saw, and these guys they're photobombing, which is you kind of get involved in somebody else's picture. So people are taking a serious picture, and then you're gonna jump in and
look crazy.
Well, these guys would get in and they would have pictures taken of them doing the same pose as the people who were in the picture for real. So, and they would take the picture at the same time. So these people, like their husband and wife, and they're like holding each other. And so these
And
two
they're
guys
just
would
standing
stand
in the
right
back.
next to each other, holding each other, and they would do the same pose at the same time. And it's one of the, that's the one
You'll
that's
have to
funny.
send
That's
me that
fun.
one.
That's actually funny.
Yeah.
But they
Some
got
of
to
them
travel
are.
all over it in order to do these photo bombs, and you're like, where
It's
do
a lot
how
of
do they make
effort.
money?
Yeah.
How do they live? That's so weird.
People are interesting, and people can get sponsorships for things like that. People will give people money to do ridiculous antics. So
I just don't get it. How about you build a house? Why do you have to take pictures?
Just build a house.
Well, I'm just saying, find a job,
Yeah.
Not just travel around the world and actually get pictures taken of you. Now models do that, I guess.
That's true. They get
and
paid
actors
for that.
do that. Well, so maybe I'm just full of it. All right. Is that it?
That's all we have
That's all you
today,
had? I apparently did not have a very good weekend because I'm a little ornery this morning.
Yeah, it's okay. You're not as bad as last week. So.
That's true. Last week was pretty bad. I actually feel pretty good today. And Sarah, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you, Matt.
Please don't slap me. All right, next up, Chelsea Long from the Bradley Initiative for Church and Community, BIC, will be here to talk about, I don't know, whatever she talks about. So we are looking forward to having her. So stick around. We will be right back.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Be caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson. Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open in Cleveland. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment, clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, migraine headaches, even sprains and injuries. It is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level, providing an array of health benefits. So whether you're dealing with a weekend sports injury, chronic condition, or looking for anti-aging, you owe it to yourself to explore what Hyperbaric Services can do for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, took about 25, 30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Never.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We have been a right state of crazy this morning.
It's
And
true.
here to bring us back down to earth is our good friend Chelsea Long
Good luck with
from BIC.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure. I
little bit.
apologize for
Yes,
that.
that's okay.
I'm a little heady today. You know what I'm talking about? Like stuff.
It's all the heat and the allergies.
You know,
and the pollen.
allergies probably. Jennifer James was just in here, and she was
Mm-hmm.
saying that she was feeling a little bit that way too. You probably are too.
Probably.
Except it's a whole lot worse for her because apparently she's from Canada and they don't have allergies where she comes from.
So she's
No
still a
allergies,
chopstick.
no pollen. It's just like, well, it's all ice. You know what I'm talking about? It's just all ice.
He
and
has
you don't
no
have
idea
allergies.
where Canada is. I don't know
Okay,
if that's like a running
difficult.
thing.
Yeah, it's above us.
I once
Somewhere up there.
Yeah.
sang the Canadian national anthem. Had no clue where it was.
Okay.
I sang the anthem, but I didn't know.
He lost a bet to me.
Okay.
To her.
you.
I'm still proud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually know the national anthem?
I did not. I had to learn it actually.
Okay.
And I wore
That was like knowing
Canadian.
the anthem and not knowing where the country
I wore
was.
Canadian mittens.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I wore Canadian mittens for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need
Is
that
this on
snippet.
film? Is this on
It
tape?
is.
It- yeah, it was
I'll get
actually
to you.
live
I would
on
love
the air.
that.
Yeah.
I would love an email of that and
So
to
Chelsea,
share it.
big.
So Chelsea, you're here to talk about Hunger Games. Is that right?
Yes. That's what. Yes. No.
She loved
No?
it. She
I
thought it was
did.
good.
I did. I did enjoy the movie. I read the books first, and so.
And you're telling us that that's necessary. You have to read the books before you read
Well,
the
I feel
in
like
order
it's
to get it.
helpful.
It
I
is.
feel like that otherwise you're kind of sitting there not really understanding why you're watching a movie about children being stuck in an arena. So I think
Right.
it's beneficial to, because you
To
kind
at
of
least
get
get the
full-
idea of why this is, the
Yeah.
whole reason for doing
You get the
it.
full scope of kind
Okay.
of. There's a lot of things that they just can't fit into a movie because
Yeah.
we would have been there for 3 days.
I would say
Maybe.
easily, it could easily have
Easy?
been a 6-hour movie.
Easily.
And
Wow.
maybe covered everything. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
I
you're an
would've been
expert
okay
on
with
this.
it. Yes, I am.
You're our entertainment correspondent.
And I read books.
And you're an actress.
I am an
and,
actress,
A
yes.
film star.
Yes.
So
See,
Oh,
she knows way more about
goodness.
any of this stuff than anybody.
now,
so well
when
informed.
you're not watching Hunger Games and
Yes.
talking about Hunger Games and reading the book Hunger Games,
Right.
you are an employee over at BIC.
I am.
So could you tell us, what do you do over there?
Sure. I am the director of youth programs over at BIC, and so that means that I run the Inspiring Tomorrow's Leaders Today, which is a leadership development program that goes by ITLT. in the community. That's probably where people...
IT, with it, Inspiring Tomorrow's Leaders. Okay, ITLT. Yeah, right.
ITLT.
Okay.
I had to practice it a couple times when I
Acronyms.
first got IT. Yes, we love acronyms over at BIC because I also run the Bridging the Gap program, which is a mentoring program where we pair kids between the ages of 8 and 14 with either an adult or like a senior, like a peer mentor.
Does that go by
awesome.
BTG?
BTG.
BTG,
So
all right.
ITLT and BTG are my two programs. And BIC, for those of us that maybe don't realize, is it's started by Brenda Hughes is our founder, and she's also our executive director. She's wonderful. If anyone hasn't gotten the privilege to meet her,
13 years now, right?
yes, it's
been
in our
around
13th
13
year.
years.
Yes, and it was developed to it's basically a nonprofit incubator, and what that means is every 3 years we do a listening in the community, which means that we hold interviews and things like that, and do some focus groups where we could collect some data and see what the community feels its highest need is. And so then we develop programs that kind of meet those needs. And so Reach Adult High School is something that came out of BIC. And so the hope is that we develop these programs and then they go and they are freestanding eventually. So, and right now we've got my two programs in Starfish that's currently there, and our IDA program.
Yeah, we've had Corinne on here before talking about Starfish. It's,
it's wonderful.
parenting for early childhood, that whole thing, and that's a really strong program.
It is.
And now basically it sounds like what BIC does in this community is try to make the community better.
Yes, this is what we try to
That's
do.
a great goal.
We strive to do. We strive to, improve our community and help our community in any way that we can. And my programs are designed to help our kids thrive and our kids to, us to have the best community that we can. Because, community change starts with our kids, and kids are changed one relationship at a time. And so that's what we're doing.
Very cool.
How do the kids get involved in your programs?
The ITLT program, we work with all the high schools and middle schools, and so they get involved through there. We, beginning of the school year, we basically go and have some tables set up. The kids fill out an application for the program. They do a lot of different things in that program. So 1 week we meet at the individual schools with the kids that attend that school, and then the next week the kids all meet together as a group, and they kind of form this youth board where we've got like a president and a vice president. We're hoping to grow to where we will have like a middle school board and a high school board, and we'll have some peer mentoring going on with that. So like the high school president will be mentoring the middle school president and things like that. They do a lot of community service, and we do a lot of fun activities, and they went snorkeling, I think, last summer, and we're getting ready to go down to Atlanta to do a service project because we got a grant from the Jack and Jill Foundation to do that, and so they're very
Cool.
excited. Some really cool group of kids.
And
So,
that ITLT is primarily, is it just high school then?
high school and middle school.
It is middle school too, okay.
And so
So
they get
anywhere
involved
from
through
like
that.
11 and 12 years old all the way up to 18, 19 years old.
And then the Bridging the Gap program, we get referrals for kids basically from all over the place. We get them from the Boys and Girls Club. We'll get them primarily from school counselors and some from parents. And so that's where a lot of those come in. Now, mentors, we are dying for mentors, as always.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a lot of kids that are waiting to have someone to come and spend some time with them.
Yeah.
Our Bridging the Gap mentoring program is a site-based program. So our mentors meet with the kids either at their school, at the Boys and Girls Club, or at the Y. And Rodney Murray over at the Y, who's wonderful, allows our mentors and our kids to come there for each visit is free. And so if you're a mentor and you come with your kid, you don't have to pay a
So you
visitor
can go
fee.
and play basketball or
Swim,
whatever. That's
you
awesome.
can, you can use their facilities for whatever. And so we train our mentors. Our mentors are really supported. We make sure they have what they need. And it's a lot of fun. And it's an hour a week. And so and it's a year commitment. So we're really dying for some mentors. So if you guys know anybody, or you guys know anybody that
Well, that's a good point. I mean,
would
how
like
do
to
they get
sign up,
how do they get in touch? If they want to be a mentor for this, how do they get in touch with you?
they can go to our website, and all of our contact information is on there. It's www.bic-inc.net. what it is.
Now BICC dash INC .net.
Or they can just Google BIC Cleveland, and it'll pull right up.
Well, there you go, Big Cleveland. Yeah.
Google BICC Cleveland and Google it, and it'll come right up.
Google is a remarkable.
It's magic. I love it.
It really is.
I'm grateful. I don't know who did that, but thank you, Google.
It really is.
It makes my life so much easier.
So what are requirements for mentors? Are there age
Well, we
requirements?
do
or-
have them fill out a application,
Okay.
and so we do a full background check. on all of our mentors, and it's a national background check, and that's for our kids' safety and all that good stuff. And so, and we do an interview with them, and we have references that they fill out, and then it's required that they do training with us.
Okay, so you do train them.
Yes.
And they are have good, clean backgrounds and all that other stuff. So.
Yes, and all of our our youth programs are all framed around the Search Institute's 40 developmental assets, and so that's the training that we use for our mentors as well.
That's awesome.
And so we try to give them the best of the best. That's what I'm here to do. Make sure our kids get the best of everything, and that our volunteers are getting the best that we can offer. And so,
I'm a trainer from 40 developmental assets.
are you?
Yeah.
Well, how about that? I just went to a training last week on them.
Oh yeah, up in Minnesota?
No, I went to one in Chattanooga. It was free. It's not as fancy as the one in Minnesota.
But
it was nice and free.
They started in Minnesota, and I actually got to go up there and get trained by the experts.
That's really cool.
Up there. Cool. So I do trainings for YMCA every year.
Oh, do you? Mm-hmm.
Rodney.
On Point is who I went up to
On
train
Point.
with, and they're one of our partners, and they're wonderful. They're also here in the Bradley County community, and they're doing great stuff.
Yeah, Rodney Murray actually went up to Minnesota and was trained up there too, so he and I helped do trainings over at the YMCA.
Patrick Long was as well at the United Way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Patrick Long, he's of some relation to you, yes?
He is, yes, we are married. Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes, I think so. I think it's a good thing. I'm glad about it. I'm happy about it.
Now, so BICinc.net, if they want to get in touch with you about any of the youth programs that you got going on. Now, if they wanted to get in touch with you about how to, ride. Did I just spit?
I saw it. Yes,
see
it
what I'm talking
happens.
about?
It's true.
It
Sweating
happens.
the
I'm kind of
spit.
surprised you called him out on it.
I
know.
wasn't going
She
to,
did.
but
On
you
air.
brought it up
On
earlier,
air.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has no problem shaming me in front of other
I
people.
don't.
So if people wanted to find out how it is to, I don't know, barrel ride with in a rodeo type of setting, how would they get in touch with you about doing something like that?
Well, I don't do that so much anymore.
But you used to, right? You used to
did.
ride horses and do
did.
rodeos and
I did some barrel racing.
Barrel racing, yeah,
and
that's what I
some
meant.
Pole bending.
Pole. What is that?
It's where there's cones set up with poles, and they're set up in different ways, and you have to weave, going very fast speeds and very.
So you used
tight
to. You're a
turns.
pretty avid. What's
Equestrian.
the word? Equestrian.
I was at one point in my life. Yes, I enjoyed it very much. If anyone has a horse actually that they want to let me borrow sometime, I'd be.
I'm actually the
really
same way. I rode
appreciative.
English growing up.
See,
but
I did that.
You what?
never
You
found
rode
anywhere.
what?
English.
What does that mean?
It's a different saddle
Yeah.
and it's a different form of riding.
So what
and
she did was Western because it
which
was
is with like
barrel
the horn
racing
on
and-
the saddle.
You used to use a hat,
the cowboy
the
hat.
cowboy hat, and like the
spurs.
big belt buckle.
Yeah.
But you wore like the cap and the tight.
the hat, yes,
the-
the breeches and jumping and yeah.
Will you? Do you still have that? Would you wear it on the show one time? That would be interesting.
I did that a little
Parents'
bit.
house
I did
and-
that a little
yeah.
bit. But
I think
not
it
as
crossed.
much.
I mean, I did a little like Western pleasure.
So you
I
would
did
like
a little
ride
barrel
like, and then you would jump and stuff.
Yeah, that's intense. I mean, you have to be like, yeah.
I was never
Man.
I never got very competitive with it, but I did it. more
I
for
have
fun.
never been in a room with two people who've done this before.
You have to have a lot of form and stuff like that for English riding. And I was like, can I just get on a horse and go really fast and like be dangerous? That's what I
Yeah,
want to do.
that's really intense.
So Sarah's all prim and proper.
That's not
and
true.
you are the go-getter adventurous.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually a reflection of her
I
personality.
don't know, yeah. My
It's
husband
like
said I
when
have
you
a
play golf,
Superman-
you're the whip it
yeah.
and grip it, and she's
Yeah.
like the Tiger Woods.
Well, my husband said I have a Superman complex, and I don't think I do, but I had
Superman
a fairly
complex.
dangerous job before
Dangerous,
this
and then you
one.
like save
Do you
people
stand like
bother
this a
me.
lot? Is
It
that
depends on what situation.
And with a cape, she gets a cape and
The hair.
My old job, I
Your-
probably
your
my
hair
old job,
just
I stood
kinda-
like this a lot. I probably talked like this a lot too at my old job.
your hair, and
Excuse
you
me.
probably shoot lasers out of your eyes too.
Yeah, but those are invisible. But I know when they hit.
Chelsea Long from BIC as the youth director. What is he called?
I'm the youth program director.
Youth program director at BIC.
Title.
If you have youth in your family, or you have friends who are youth, or if you would like to get involved in some capacity, you need to talk to Chelsea because she is fantastic and willing to work with anybody who is interested. Thank you so much for being on.
Excellent.
Thank you for
programs,
having
Chelsea.
me. I appreciate it.
Tell Brenda hi for us over there.
I will. I will tell her.
It is time for us to take another break, but when we get back, all this has been fun, but when we get back, the true things that matter will be brought to your attention. So you want to stick around for that.
I'm Kathy Guy with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Call us today for all your personal insurance needs. With 28 years in the insurance business, I have the solutions and pricing you are looking for. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gupta, and I'd like to introduce you to a valuable new healthcare solution here in Cleveland. Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open and accepting patients. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even sports injuries and sprains. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level in the body. This increased oxygen level in our tissues and organs boosts the body's natural healing abilities and allows our bodies to function at a higher level. We will be happy to work in cooperation with your regular physician. However, referral is not required for this treatment. So whether you're dealing with a weekend injury, a chronic medical condition, or looking for anti-aging solutions, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric oxygen treatment can do for you or your loved ones. I invite you to contact us today for some more information.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Be caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTMB East Tennessee Television.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
Very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Welcome back. Well, Chelsea's great.
She's wonderful.
I did not know that
She's
she did
great.
rodeos until she said that right
Yeah.
before we went on.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
I didn't know that either, actually. So.
That's really, and I didn't know that you did it. You did riding either. Mm-mm. But all that is all fine and good. But right now, it is time for the true things that matter. I have in front of me the first story.
Do tell.
The Pima Air and Space Museum in Arizona. That would be right about there.
Excellent.
Right there. They celebrated its great paper airplane launch
What?
on Wednesday with the maiden voyage of a 45-foot, 800-pound paper aircraft. The design was inspired by 12-year-old paper airplane distance contest winner Arturo Valdenegro. Organizers lifted the paper aircraft by helicopter up approximately 2,703 feet before letting it sail.
Wow.
The stuff that I used to get in trouble for when I was a kid,
People are.
now people are it's a contest for it, and you actually can get, your aircraft made into an 800-pound, 45-foot airplane. I wonder if they rode on it.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
wonderful.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Like a
I would
glider.
love to.
Okay, get this. A British woman postponed her wedding. Britain, you know where Britain is. It's
Yes.
Right up there, the island.
The island country.
Great Britain.
Yes.
UK. Why do they call
United
it UK?
Kingdom.
United Kingdom,
Yes.
that's why they call it. England She postponed her wedding so she could use the money to treat her cancer-stricken pet lizard.
Oh, wow.
The 25-year-old school teacher from the London area paid approximately $4,700 so George, her bearded dragon, could get chemotherapy for tumors in his face. Yeah. George will always come first, Griffiths told The Sun.
Wow.
I fell in love with George the minute I saw him and knew I'd do anything to look after him properly. So my question is, why would any man want to marry this woman?
Who's obsessed with her bearded dragon.
Why in the world?
I mean, I've known people who've done like cat chemo or dog chemo, but it's
Well,
usually
yeah.
not that expensive, and they show affection. I mean, I have a pet snake, but I would never treat him for. I would never give him chemotherapy.
That's right.
For
What's your pet
cancer.
snake's name?
Boaz.
But what?
I love him.
Boaz the boa. What if he got cancer though? What would you do? Just let him die?
Yeah. And I've had him. I mean, I've had him for 4 years.
PETA is going to be on the phone to us now.
They may be. Yeah, watch out.
Yeah, because you just let your snake die.
Mm-hmm.
How in the world?
I know that's horrible.
As if snakes, snakes don't die unless we let them. You get that? A Central Florida man is now behind bars after calling 911 complaining that his wife would not let him check Facebook in peace.
There's Florida.
Florida?
Right
Yeah,
there.
it's the little peninsula down there. I need to read that
Okay,
again
I'm
because
sorry, what?
this is so. He called 911 because his wife would not let him check Facebook in peace. His name is Hardwick. His last name is Hardwick.
Yes, that seems
His
like an
recent
emergency.
trouble started when he requested emergency services, because he just wanted someone to make his wife do what I wanted her to do,
Whoa.
according to the Pasco County Sheriff's report. And this is interesting. The police showed up. They show up, and he is, I guess he's on Facebook, and his wife is there, and they both have been drinking a little bit. He said that he gave his wife some more to drink to kind of get her sleepy so she would go to bed. She didn't go to bed. She was sitting right next to him while he was trying to check Facebook. He didn't like that. He said, go to bed. She said, no, I'm not going to bed. I don't have to go to bed. So he called 911 to make them tell her to go to bed.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's probably a good idea, if you have a marital dispute, get the authorities involved.
Yeah, totally. I'm going to call 911 anytime my roommate and I fight.
There
That's
you
not
go.
a marital dispute. But
You know what? If Boaz gets cancer in the face,
yeah,
call
I'm going to call
911.
911. And I expect you to do something about it.
Exactly. For anything. For
Let's just
anything.
call 911. I'm sorry, excuse me, I can't find my blender. Can you come find it for me?
I
Mr.
need to
Policeman?
eat. It's an emergency, and if I don't eat, I will die. Can you send
Can
the
you
police over to
please
make
come
me
find
dinner?
my blender? Yes, you need someone to cook for
This
you.
is just, now this is not the only time he's done this. He's done this once before. Actually called 911 for
Oh my
an
gosh.
issue.
And
And he's
then
in
he
jail.
might-
He's probably going to serve 60 days for improper use of
yeah.
emergency services or something
That's
along those
crazy.
lines. Yeah, I don't
Well, and
know.
then you wonder, what about if you actually need them? No one's going to want to come to your house. I mean, I'm sure they'll still respond, but like the boy who cried wolf at some point has to come into effect.
That's right. That's right. No, but I think it's illegal. They have to go to
Yeah,
any
they
call.
do. They have to inspect every call.
They have to.
but- Oof.
All right, so a friend of mine, Lewis, he and his wife had their second child this last year, and they said no more. So what he did was, he got a V,
Yep.
vasectomy.
Yep. The big V word.
And I'll tell you what, I saw him the day after. Man, he was not walking well.
I've heard that. It's
He
supposed
was
to be
not
quite
walking
painful,
well.
But it's still less invasive than
He said
the
it
female
should have only
version.
taken 20 minutes, took them an hour.
Oh.
And he was awake the whole time. I cannot even imagine. Get this though. Urology Associates of Cape Cod and a clinic in Sandwich, Massachusetts, which is a great name.
That's wonderful.
Massachusetts is right up here, right there next to Boston. They found an unusual way to entice men to get vasectomies. They'd have to do more than this to get me in there. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. Free pizza.
No. It's
On the
it's
first,
not like it's a study group in college.
I
Like,
know. They gave him free pizza. On the first day of the promotion, the office was swamped with men eager to go under the knife for the $500 to $700 procedure, then recover with their free one-topping pizza and some NCAA basketball tournament on the clinic's TVs.
Why don't they
That's
have
what it
beer,
takes to
too?
get men in there to get their vasectomy. Give them pizza.
That's all it takes?
That's all it takes to do most of anything. To get men to do anything, you give them some pizza.
This is good to know.
I'm telling
How did
you.
it take 24 years for me to learn this information?
That's a very good
That's
point. I
crazy.
don't know. It's pizza. That's the answer. That's the answer. Friend of mine says, I need you to come over to my mom's house. They're moving. They got a huge van. It's going to take probably 2.5 hours. It's going to
But
be a
I'll give
whole
you
lot of work.
pizza.
But you know what? I'll give you some pizza. Guess what? I was
You
there.
went.
I was there.
It wasn't
And
the
I ate that
friendship that
pizza.
took you there. It
No,
was the pizza.
It was the pizza.
Good to know.
Because if he hadn't offered me pizza, I would have said, well, you know what? I might be busy that night. But he offered me pizza. I was
There was
like,
pizza.
free meal. Pizza? Absolutely.
Crazy.
And I'm telling you, these people, their vasectomies, it's taken a while. Guys don't want to get a vasectomy. You offer them free pizza, and apparently they do. That's all I'm saying. All right, our last and final thing that matters this week. A white supremacist in northern Idaho wants to be the next Bonner County sheriff, saying federal overreach motivated him to run for the office. Now, that's not uncommon. Federal overreach, the federal government overreaches a lot. And Idaho is right there, right there on the globe.
So
You can't see that.
educational.
Can't see that. Oh, there. Yeah, it's right. It's right there. Okay. Sean Winkler of the White Knights of the KKK will go up against incumbent Sheriff Darrell Wheeler and Ponderay police officer Tim Fry in the Republican primary on May 15. But the 33-year-old says he's not running to push a white supremacist agenda.
I'm sorry. I think that's so ingrained in them. There's no way he could not be.
Well, here's my thinking, that I think it's so ingrained on him to be in there. At the same time, you're a white supremacist.
Yeah.
You run for office to push that agenda. That's the reason to push the agenda.
The only reason you would be running for office.
So why in the world do you not push that agenda? And I think they should kick him out of the order. I do. If he does not push a white supremacist agenda, they need to push him out and say, you are not part
You're
of us.
actually not truly white.
That's right. Give
supremacist.
us your hood. That's what I think that they should do.
Turn it in.
That's what they should do. I swear, if that guy wins, though,
Oh gosh.
I'm
no.
going to keep
I
after
will
this
stay
story.
away
Because
from
if that guy
Idaho.
wins, I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be angry.
Should not happen.
My name is Matt, and those are the things that matter. We will be right back. A couple announcements. Our favorite person of the week, and I guess our final comments.
Yes.
So please stick around. We will be right back.
I'm Kathy Guy with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Call us today for all your personal insurance needs. With 28 years in the insurance business, I have the solutions and pricing you are looking for. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gupta, and I'd like to introduce you to a valuable new healthcare solution here in Cleveland. Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open and accepting patients. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even sports injuries and sprains. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level in the body. This increased oxygen level in our tissues and organs boosts the body's natural healing abilities and allows our bodies to function at a higher level. We will be happy to work in cooperation with your regular physician. However, referral is not required for this treatment. So whether you're dealing with a weekend injury, a chronic medical condition, or looking for anti-aging solutions, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric oxygen treatment can do for you or your loved ones. I invite you to contact us today for some more information.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Get caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson. Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much, and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Welcome back. A couple of announcements for this upcoming week. This Saturday, March 31, there's the Northside Craft Fair and Bake Sale going on here in town, and all proceeds are going to the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And so that is coming up on March 31st, this Saturday. You want to be looking around for any notices about that.
That sounds awesome.
It does. The bake
Love
sale.
craft
I mean,
Where is it? Do you know where
I'm not exactly sure where it is,
Okay.
but I'm sure we can find it and
Awesome.
let people know. Also, on May 19th, this is a couple of months away, there's Boogie at the Barn. It's an Armed Forces Day celebration. It's put on by the Southeast Tennessee Veterans Home. And it's live music. There are tickets for sale. There'll be fun and food and a lot of that stuff. And it looks like it's going to go for the armed forces. You can call 614-0900 or go to boogieatthebarn.com and you can get them. You can get them there. So, favorite person of the week, real quick. We have just a couple minutes left.
My favorite person is my running buddy, Emily Rush, because she was out of town the last couple of weeks, so I haven't been running.
You haven't
Because I have
been
no
running.
motivation, apparently, by myself.
Apparently, Lent means nothing to you.
Don't judge me. I've been trying to stay active, but I haven't been doing my run. And so we went this morning for the first time in the last week and a half.
Yes.
And it was glorious.
So
It was surprisingly
you've
very
come
good.
away from laziness and gone back to that.
into my, yes,
So
my fervor
Lent
for
is
life.
always a struggle. When you sacrifice laziness, it's very difficult.
It's really hard to get rid of laziness.
I'm going to say my favorite person of the week is Brenda Hughes
Yes.
from BIC. She's a great lady over there,
I've met
and
her.
she had the smarts to hire Chelsea Long.
Very intelligent for that decision.
And so I would say she's my favorite person of the week.
I like it.
Yeah? So what do you got going on this week? Anything new and fun? You going to go on any films or?
Nothing crazy so far. I've decided Wednesday evening I'm having an adventure. I don't know what yet.
You don't know what the adventure is
No,
going
my
to be, but
adventure
you're
friend
going
and
to
I,
have it.
John, are going to have an adventure.
I'm going
somewhere.
down to Atlanta to see some friends on Saturday,
awesome.
Sunday, I should say. Sunday, their daughter's turning 1 year old. So.
Aw, you people and your kids.
Anyway, we will see you next week with more excitement from Tennessee Valley this morning on Tuesday. So have a great weekend, and we will see you then.